and welcome to the channel. My name is Georgia and today I'm going to be watching season 4 episode 2 of Sex Education. If you want to watch my uncut reactions, the link to the Patreon page will be in the description below. Last episode we saw most of the characters start a new college, Cavendish College, who has a very new it group called the Coven, who genuinely seem nice, which is kind of unsettling. Like, this school is obviously very preachy about allowing people to be themselves, be who they are, and wanting their students to be happy, which is really great. And it's just so odd to see people being nice, and it should be a good thing, but I don't know why it feels so like unsettling to me. I don't know. But I'm happy that Eric is being treated nicely. He seems to have been like embraced by the Coven and could potentially become one of their gang. I feel like if they were going to let anyone in, it will be him. Ruby looks like she's kind of wanting to join because they're the popular group and she's used to being the popular one, and she doesn't have anyone with her. Like, Olivia and Amor didn't come, so she hasn't got her two amigos by her side, so she's kind of alone. But because they're all about being nicey nice and Ruby isn't exactly that, she won't be accepted. Otis is trying to advertise for his sex therapy clinic, but there is somebody called O who already runs one there, and she's very popular, and Otis made a right mess of himself trying to give a presentation on the subject, and his nudes ended up popping up on screen. I feel like I should have seen it coming. Like, it's something that would so happen, but I didn't expect it. I didn't even think of it until the message popped up and I was like, oh god. But Isaac got a kick out of it, so that was amazing. Isaac is also at the college, and it looks like he's going to be striking off a friendship with Amy this season, which might be one of the things I'm most excited for. Like, going into the season, Adam and his dad's growth is what I really wanted, and I still hope we get it, of course. But Amy and Isaac is just such an unexpected pairing. I cannot wait to see more of them. Maeve is in America doing her course. She didn't really get on a good foot with the teacher on the first day. She kind of did, but then her phone rang and it kind of just backtracked it all. But her and Otis are still talking and keeping in touch, so things are looking good for them. They had a bit of a mishap with the whole news situation last episode, but then they rectified it later on. Although Otis looks like he's getting very jealous about this Tyrone guy, I just feel like that's where the story is heading, because Otis is very insecure about this kind of stuff, and like, especially with Maeve as well, like, he's been jealous of her and so many guys over the show, and considering they've barely like been together, I can see like why he's a bit worried. But you know, he should have faith in his feelings for her. Good start to the season, very different vibe in terms of the college, but I'm enjoying it so far. Oh gosh. There's been a song shift. That's when you know it's been a long time. Ooh. Did she just... Oh my god, that was like magic. You don't know anything about this guy. He might not even be into girls.
Joanna, why are you here?
Otis,
sister?
Oh
yeah.
How did you get so fucking tall? Don't call my sister.
You need help, Jean.
Your house is a man.
Thanks.
I used to nanny for Bono. I'm great with babies.
Weren't you sacked?
Yeah, but that was because of the fire. Not the kids.
What fire?
She's not herself.
Right. And, who's Joy's dad?
And don't ask her about it, she gets very touchy.
Hello, Joy. Hello.
Such a cute name. And Jakob named it. Or Ola named it, but she's putting all that effort, and it's not about the way that you look.
You're thinking about going to the gym. It's like, it's good for your brain, exercise, so I'm gonna try it.
Just no!
And what's the real reason?
And the same with Ruby, don't try and conform to what you think other people want from you.
Oh my god, he is hot!
Not helping, Eric.
And so are you.
Good save. Oh, Ruby's biking. I never thought I'd see the day.
Hey, wait up. It's me, Ruby Matthews. We went to primary school together.
I think you have me confused with someone else there. Have a great day.
Oh, is that why she bought that vase when she saw her? Did she recognise her last episode?
Can we talk? Not today, Abby.
Are you okay?
Oh, Trouble in Paradise.
We'll be fine.
Whoa!
No, it's fine.
Mr. Crop has changed. I can't believe it.
Michael,
Oh, hello.
lucky you.
Oh my god. You might have someone to sit with at lunch. The posters just get worse and worse. The original sex therapist, Otis.
There's no way she came up with this idea on her own. She's obviously heard about my clinic and copied me.
She said that she was a fan of jeans, meaning she must know about it.
My mum is making me go to this baptism class after college. I'm kind of dreading it.
How come?
Just, I'm not out there. I feel like my mum is under pressure, but she's getting...
Good morning.
I saw your website.
It's right opposite hers. On a side note, I would quite like to see Eric exploring his faith a bit more. I always found the scenes of him in church pretty interesting, like in season 1 when he tried to change himself after he was attacked, and then going to church was what made him realise that he wants to be himself. He can still have his faith and also be the way he is. And then in season 2 it was kind of a deal breaker with Raheem when Raheem didn't believe in God and he had like very atheist views and expressed them in church. He was really uncomfortable with that. And in season 3 I don't think they really explored the faith aspect of it all. So I'd quite like to see them go back to that and like have him perhaps come out in his church, or at least portray a storyline about him like struggling with his faith and being able to be who he is wherever he wants, because being able to be who he is has always been a struggle for Eric, hasn't it? He's like been held back in various scenarios, and I feel like church is the last place now where he needs to come out and then everyone will know who he is. I feel like that would be a really nice full circle moment if it did end up with him coming out to his pastor or his church group.
God, is this lift broken again?
You need to press the button.
Sometimes I say the first thing that pops into my head. And what I said the other day, it was really, really stupid. And I'm sorry. But Maeve thinks we'd really get on.
Okay, let's start again.
Good on her for apologising.
I ride bikes. It said on the application that there was kennels.
That's one part of a farm,
No,
Adam.
you'll mainly be teaching children how to ride horses.
Oh,
You do ride.
no.
Absolutely. Of horse riding.
And you
As
I
if.
am a great driver. I don't have a car though.
We have never seen him drive before. I don't believe any of this. It's right opposite and there's no one there. How does no one want... How are you allergic to sugar?
I want us to be friends.
Oh, I'm sorry. I couldn't even keep a straight face. No, this is purely political. Move.
And you still like him.
I want you to put in a good word for me with Abby so that she'll want to hang out with me.
I don't want to play games, Ruby.
Ruby just wouldn't fit in with that group. He feels really downtrodden in every aspect of his life now, doesn't he?
Do you want to study with me this weekend? I have to focus. I honestly did mean for us to just study, but I completely get that you can't. So, yeah, hope you enjoy the book.
Oh, he's kind of cute. I said last episode about Eric's flexibility. I bet he is a master at yoga. Oh god, Otis. I feel like he's somehow gonna hurt himself here.
She'd always get someone to spot you, do? Has anyone ever put their finger up your bum before? Sorry.
Did this act feel bad for you?
No, it felt great.
Well, there's no shame in that.
Now I'm feeling very confused. Because I really didn't think I was queer. But maybe if I like this kind of thing, then queerer than I thought.
Those things should never come as a surprise. I would encourage you guys to practice enthusiastic consent.
I have this habit of falling for people that can't commit, so...
Had to throw that in his face, did you?
It always felt like she was looking for something better.
Oh, damn.
I was bored. I do not think this has a pulse. I want to hear your voice. Okay? Alright.
I do feel like an autobiography on Maeve's life would be hella interesting because she's been through so much shit. It's unfathomable most of the time.
Abby and Roman never fight. I want to know what happened so
I feel like it's going to be over something so minor.
She says it's betraying Roman, which I think is ridiculous.
Oh my god. I can see already. This is going to lead to a fight between Eric and Otis. Because I just had the same thought. I was like, hey, she said she's booked an appointment with O. Maybe Eric could get them both to go to Otis and he could fix their problems and everything would work out just the way Ruby said. But then I thought, no, because that's not fair, because then like it's Eric doing something else for Otis when Otis literally ignored Eric talking earlier about his family situation, so that's not fair. Now Otis is about to ask it, I can just see it.
So you know Roman and Abby are fighting?
Yes.
I was wondering if you could put in a good word for me and my clinic.
Ooh, I don't really know if I want to play around in their relationship.
Okay. That's it.
I've got to go. I'm going to be late for church.
It feels like they are falling back into the trap of like they talk about Otis way more than they talk about Eric, which is what happened in season 1. Go on, Jean, you can do it.
Pull in. This is the number. Got it.
They should have done a practice run. Sensing a vibe.
Mother mentioned you were having some doubts about getting baptized.
She did. Excellent. Thanks, Mum.
You always count on mums to do that.
Your relationship with God is personal. Other people don't need to know, do they?
But it's who I am.
Baptism is between you and God.
There's always that internal conflict though, isn't there, about whether God would accept you.
Do you know what? I actually was at this baptism class at my church.
Okay.
Yeah. People can be a bit funny about the whole God thing, so I lied.
I wonder if she's religious.
I'm Christian too, by the way.
You are not!
Yes. I'm trying to get Roman to come with me to a more accepting church, but he's so anti-religious. You can talk to me about it if you ever need.
Yeah.
Yeah, come here.
Aww.
Adam started his apprenticeship today at the farm.
What are the career prospects after this apprenticeship?
Don't talk about that on the first day back, Michael.
Be a riding instructor, or you want to run a farm?
I don't think he's thinking that far ahead.
Just like animals, you have to earn money in the real world.
Oh no, stop it! Stop it, stop it, stop it!
You like some cake? I'm actually not hungry.
Already reverted back to his old stance.
Sorry. I was too harsh downstairs. I'll think about the driving lesson.
It's a start, it's a start. Rome wasn't built in a day.
We heard your radio show. It was
Disastrous.
You need some support.
I wish you hadn't asked.
Well, I did.
I wonder what the issue is with that sister.
Did you call me to check up on Tyrone?
No, I don't have a good feeling about him.
You don't know him.
Well, I know that you keep dropping him into conversation. And he's putting photos of you up online.
He's gay.
There we go.
Boyfriend back home in Illinois.
I freaking knew it, you know. You were still jealous and didn't trust her though.
Just pretend I didn't say anything.
No. You've pissed me off. Gotta get back to work.
It's probably nothing, but I felt something in your ball. I think you might have a lump.
Oh my
You might want to get
god.
it checked out.
Do not do this. Advocate for checking yourself. Yes, yes, yes. If they give him a cancer storyline, I'm not making it through the season.
They have to stay together. They have an appointment with O later today.
This is ridiculous.
I'm a therapist. Maybe I can help.
Oh, yeah? Your patchy pubes guy?
Yeah.
She said she wasn't in the mood, so we had a kiss goodnight, had a cuddle, and I thought we both went to sleep. Are you wanking? Feels like she was cheating.
I'd be a bit confused, but I would definitely not say that was cheating.
She says she has a low sex drive, but then she's secretly wanking.
Sex drive's a complicated thing.
Abby's family kicked her out, and she pretends she's okay, but I don't think she is.
Oh my god, he did it!
Sorry, why did you call your childhood teddy bear Melon?
No, he wasn't a teddy bear. He was an actual melon. Yeah.
Oh.
It was my first experience of
Maybe that's really weird. Lovely, but just quite weird.
The perfect encapsulation per character.
Great job! The colours, very vivid!
Oh my god. If she just asked her once, she'd be able to know that she can read lips.
She told me about a lump that I've got on my ball, which is normal for some guys, right?
Some people is perfectly normal.
I'd definitely get it checked out.
Should probably go and see a doctor.
Okay, thanks.
All good.
Oh, also, that thing I said about Maeve yesterday. Genuinely think she likes you. I'm just feeling lonely or something at the moment, so... Cool, thank you.
Go with him, Otis.
I have been thinking about our clinics, and maybe we should team up.
Really? Oh,
We're
now
obviously
you
not
say
awful at
this.
And I could use an assistant.
Okay, well, I don't need to assist.
I'm just trying to find a solution.
You both changed your tune now that they've switched the roles.
Are we like that and decide?
What, like an election?
Yeah.
Maybe I don't know anything about horses. Maybe I'm a little bit scared of them. Please don't find me. I'm really good with dogs, and I'm a quick learner.
You do drive, though?
It takes a long time to learn to drive.
You like him, yeah?
Yeah.
And he clearly likes you back, which doesn't happen often.
Rude.
So just go talk to him.
He seems to be just as dedicated to studying as she is, so I think it's worth a shot. I have this impending sense of doom and I hate it.
Did you put in a good word for me? Okay, it's fine. Don't worry. I don't need your help anyway, but you definitely need mine.
I'm with Maeve now, so I don't know if that's really a good idea.
Oh, I am not trying to get back with you, Otis.
If I was Maeve, though, I'd be a bit worried about him hanging out with a Ruby.
You just said it like it is. You didn't give a shit about making the perfect sentence. You weren't so self-conscious when you were starting out.
That does happen, doesn't it?
All heart.
Because then you have expectations to follow.
What is South Chester?
It's the name of the caravan park I grew up in.
Great. I'll take a look.
Yeah.
I just had a horrible thought. Could you imagine if, like, he stole her work and published it himself or something? Like, he submitted it to the New Yorker because it's from the heart.
He's looking for an intern. I think I've got a chance of getting it.
And staying in America. You said you were definitely coming back.
Well, I might have changed my mind.
That was so
Okay,
quick.
What? If we can't get through a phone call without fighting or one of us hanging out, then maybe we should take some space.
Yeah, you know what? Good idea.
Seriously?
God, this has gone to pot real quick.
It's election time. There's no shame, there's no blame, there's no game. All you've got to do is tick the box beside my name. So vote for Cavendish. Sexual therapist.
Otis, don't try this yourself. Yeah.
Does your offer to help me still stand?
Looks like we'll get Otis and Ruby on a team. I am really here for because I do like their dynamic together. Just, I don't ship them as a couple. I don't really ship Otis and Maeve either, really, and they're not really looking very strong as a couple so far, are they? But I definitely don't ship Ruby and Otis either. But I did really like their scenes together, and well, I liked their scenes together last season. Once Ruby stopped like trying to change him, and I liked their scene in that episode in season 2 after they slept together and had to go and get the morning after pill and she opened up to him and stuff like that. I like those moments between them. I just really hope they don't have, like, because him and Maeve are like on a break or whatever's just happened, taking space, that he doesn't kiss Ruby or something, because I feel like that would be something so predictable and out of character for Otis. I really hope they don't do that, but I am here for Otis and Ruby teaming up against O. If I know one thing about Ruby, she is not going to let Otis make some cringy singing dancey video, because that would just be an absolute mess and not work in his favour. With the Otis and Maeve thing, I get why he's upset, because he opened up to her last episode about being insecure about her not coming back, and perhaps that's why he's not letting himself open up in that way. And she said that she is coming back, and now she's changed her mind like one episode later, so it is a bit like okay, you changed your mind so quickly. She's well within her right to do that. Like, this is her future and she can't throw her future away for a boy. It just sucks the fact that it was last episode she said she would be back and now she's already saying that she wants the internship and wants to stay there. It's just horrible timing, isn't it? The fact that they got together just as she was going to America. And it's been such a long wait for them as well. If I shipped Maeve and Otis, I would be so annoyed with the way their storyline has gone. I'm really worried about Jackson. Like, oh, I just hope he doesn't have a cancer storyline because that would break my heart so badly. And I never worry about anyone dying in this show, and if they killed off Jackson in the final episode, pulled like a 13 Reasons Why, I'd be heartbroken. Hopefully everything works out fine for him and it's just a case of like them advocating for checking your body for lumps and stuff, because a lot of that stuff does go unnoticed. Like, he wouldn't have known if that girl didn't point it out. So it is really important to check your bodies no matter what gender you are. But man, with the like thuds of doom they keep doing, I guess it's meant to like show his fear about it, but like it makes me so worried about what could potentially happen to him. Adam really did not know what he was letting himself in for with this farm apprenticeship. The girl seems like she's going to keep him on though, which is very generous of her considering he can't actually drive and knows nothing about horses. I don't know how he's going to get away with it because like learning to drive is quite a lengthy process. Not that I've been through it myself, I have no clue how to drive, never learnt. But I know it takes a lot of time and money, and especially for him to be able to drive legally on the road, it would take months. So I don't quite know how he's going to like worm his way out of that one, or worm his way into it really by learning to drive really quickly. I guess because he doesn't have to pay for lessons, if he's just learning with his dad, then he could learn pretty fast if they do it like really regularly, but he would still have to take a test and get his license and everything. He just doesn't want to let him down. I think what Maureen said to Michael was really accurate. Like, perhaps he doesn't like to try things because he's afraid of letting him down. Like, remember when he did the dog thing, the dog, what's it called? The craft thing. I can't even think of what they're called. The dog agility trials with Madam, and he didn't get a podium position but he got a special mention. He said afterwards, "Don't tell Dad I didn't win a medal because he'll be disappointed." Man, just so heartbreaking. I cannot wait for their dynamic to develop. And it really was that reminder, as much as I do like Mr. Groff now, and I have a bit of a soft spot for him following on from season 3, that scene when he was sat down at the dinner table with them and immediately probing Adam about his future just brought me straight back to season 1 and 2 Mr. Groff. It shows that he hasn't like completely changed, but you know he does want to, he just doesn't realise that the effect it has on Adam with the way that he speaks to him. Jean's sister has arrived and they're clearly not on great terms. I wonder why. I mean, she doesn't really seem like a reliable person thus far. Quite irresponsible maybe, but Otis was probably right to call her because they definitely do need help, and it might take some of the burden off Jean. At the moment it does look like it's stressing her out even more because she doesn't respond to her texts and stuff. I feel like there could be a like interesting storyline between them, a bit like Ginny and Georgia when her sister returned, and there was a really interesting storyline with them. There's always going to be some sister beef whenever a sister is introduced of a parent. And Eric and his babe, it looks like they are going down that route of storyline, and Abby seemed to be able to connect with him in that way, and she can't even talk to her boyfriend about it. So it's nice that they both have someone to talk to about this that will actually understand. Doesn't seem like Eric can really talk to Otis about it because Otis doesn't really listen in that regard. That is one of Otis's biggest flaws. Once he gets really like stressed about something in his life, he ignores everyone else, and I feel like in a way that is almost like backwards development, because you would think he'd have learned from this. Now he really did seem to improve in that regard, but he is talking a lot about himself now and not listening to Eric when Eric tries to open up to him, and now Eric is finding new friends. I am worried that there's gonna be a split, which is funny because in the trailer I was like, it looks like this season they're going back to season 1 and really focusing on the Eric and Otis friendship, because in the trailer it looked like there was a lot of scenes of them like hugging and being friends, and while we have had scenes of them like being friendly and stuff as they are, it feels like there's a rift coming because Eric's found a new group, Otis is doing his own thing, and I don't like it. That's it for today, guys. Thanks for watching my reaction to season 4 episode 2 of Sex Education. If you want to watch my uncut reactions, a link to the Patreon page will be in the description below. Leave a like if you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time for episode 3. Bye.
I like them sweet but naughty, pimples on the cheeks. I bet you taste like berries so